There's a researcher called Brené Brown,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
an American kind of sociologist, I think. And she does very interesting research on belonging, identity, connection, things like that. And I'm just reading her book at the moment, Brave in the Wilderness. And she says in that book, belonging to ourselves means being called to stand alone, to brave the wilderness of uncertainty, vulnerability and criticism. But in the world that we live in today, so in other words, belonging comes from inside, your authentic self. When the attachment wound is healed enough, you start to connect with your authentic self, who you really are meant to be, which is born out of profound pain and suffering, actually. But when you come out of that and it crystallizes, the essence of who you are, it starts to crystallize. You start to get glimpses of it. When you get glimpses of it, you hold on to it for dear life. Because this is who I am. This is what the grace of God is actually shaping me into.
And you belong anywhere.
And it's redemption. And you belong anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, but in a world that feels like a political and ideological combat zone, it is incredibly tough. Because there's lots of things you can't say today because they shut you down, right? So now, Brené Brown was very influenced by a black poetess called Maya Angelou.
Oh, yeah.
And she has this quote in her book, and she says, "You're only free," this is Maya Angelou, she says, "you are only free when you realise you belong no place and every place and no place at all. The price is high, but the reward is great." And she struggled with that for many years, but then she got it. Belonging comes from inside when you connect with who you really are, especially out of a long journey of not belonging, no connection, attachment wounds, and the pain of all of that identity confusion.
And facing that inner story.
And facing that, which goes into your inner child, actually.
Yeah, and most people don't want to face that for a good reason.
In the West, we're not actually taught or facilitated to do that. They don't want to go there.